Hi there, welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Gemini energy. This is the last two of this series of the 12 zodiac signs, and for this series I've been using the Kipper deck just to give a little different insight into the readings. Bottom of the deck we have message. Let's see what's under that. Message of a courtship. I guess thinking that it would lead to marriage. Oops, but then we have false person. Careful, careful. Okay, so keep in mind we all tap into Gemini energy. Gemini is air sign energy, that that part of our mind and our social ability and communication that we use to interact and flirt with people for love, and also that part that we use for manifesting. And we can use all those skills and traits that we all have. We can either use them to build relationships and manifest from love and hope and faith and character and integrity, or we can create illusion in relationships and try to manifest things because of fear, or pride, or ego, or selfishness, or greed. So we have occupation, thief, journey. Is someone's occupation to be a thief? Maybe someone whose occupation is to be a thief plans on going on a journey. They are maybe going to communicate to someone, like a soulmate, that they want to go on a journey with them and have it lead to marriage. Well, what happens after the false person? Main male, court, and dead. Maybe some of you have decided that, someone in your life who took action in the world that was deceptive, that you're kind of like deciding in your mind that that person is no longer in your life. And for some people, that could be your own shadow side nature that, oh, but then we have the thief right here. Huh. Maybe a person who is a thief is going to go get in a relationship hoping it leads to marriage, and you know that they're being deceptive, and so therefore you are making the decision that any connection you had with this person is over. So let's see what we got going on over here. And Gemini is a dualistic sign, it's kind of like got two sides to it. So, people can either align with their selfish, greedy side, or they can align with their loving nature side. It's just, what side are you going to choose to love? Are you going to love the world, or are you going to love, hope and faith and belief? What are you going to align with? Well, this is interesting. It would be less complex if the thief wasn't in the reading, but since the thief is in the reading, I guess that's who it's about. Interesting. Okay, and the bottom of the clarifier deck is the Libra Justice card. Some people, in their sense of what they think is fair and just, is pretty much anything. Whatever it takes to get what they think is just and fair according to them. And other people, you people in positive Gemini energy, want to be in relationships with people who truly are just and fair and balanced. Not just looking out for themselves. So, occupation card. Some of you, we'll read it this way first. Some of you could have been in a relationship with someone. You were being emotionally bold and confident in your Leo energy, intuitive and creative, and you were thinking that you were dreaming of what the future could be. And you maybe thought that both you and your partner were in that energy, but the person you could have been in a relationship could be someone who juggles, that they don't really quite invest. And when they don't, they can get in a relationship for a long time, but if they don't really invest and willing to invest in that dream, that ship of dreams that's out on the imaginative emotional realm can never come into shore. And you might have found out that this person is kind of a thief. They get in relationships, but they don't really invest. You know, they'll be in it and enjoy it for as long as it works out for them. But if people maybe want them to be more fair and just and balanced and loving, well, then they might have a problem with it. You could have thought that you were both focused on the same dream and wish, where people in their Aries, so this is Aquarius energy, you thought you were both seeing things from the bigger picture, both willing to make decisions that were best for everyone. That in the Aries Emperor energy, that you were both going to be people who made decisions, mature decisions, that were best for everyone. And that this relationship would move forward in the Libra Taurus Empress energy, where people are just and fair and balanced and hardworking and committed and dedicated and creative and inspired and doing things with love, wanting to give birth to a new life. You know, to keep moving forward, to learn and grow and expand. You know, you were working together emotionally, and you thought that people were going to take bold, confident action, again in Aries energy, and have this long-term, emotionally happy family relationship in a relationship or a marriage in the Four of Wands. But what you could have found out is that you harness these energies differently. They might be someone who's a little bit more of wanting to be like the center of attention, where everything kind of orients around them. They don't really see things from the bigger picture. They like to make decisions that are best for them. And maybe in their Aries energy, they can be a little forceful or bossy and wanting things their way. You are maybe supposed to be the loving, creative, inspired person in the relationship, and they would get to work together with you emotionally and have intimacy with you. But maybe taking bold, confident action to move forward in happiness in this relationship maybe wasn't what they were really thinking. We don't really know yet what they're thinking. Nothing here quite tells us. We'll go ask, well, let's just ask right now. For the people who are kind of in shadowy Gemini energy, thinking it was great to work together with these loving, kind people who are just and fair and balanced, what were they thinking? Oh, they could have been a little bit more about working together for passion. And if that wasn't the way things went, where they were maybe the center of attention, they got to lavish themselves in your love, if that for some reason became a problem, then maybe they'd walk away emotionally. They might have had a different dream. And again, if they were kind of harnessing shadowy Empress energy, male or female, it could be, again, somebody who likes to be the pampered person, and they think relationships are about them being surrounded by luxury in life, you know, surrounded by these loving people who want to work together with them. Maybe some of them kind of like more triangulated relationships where they can be a little emotionally manipulative, passive aggressive. Again, the Queen of Wands can be, if they're not in positive Leo energy and a little more shadowy, they operate more from pride and ego, and maybe they're always a little emotionally manipulative in relationships. Maybe some of them, you know, kind of view relationships as, I don't know, working together to get what they want. I don't know. I don't know why. Let's ask, why do they have their back to the happy family? Why do they have their back to happy family energy? because they're defensive. They're maybe more of a Ten of Pentacle person. You know, the choice is, if we don't find balance, hopefully we find balance between our worldly nature and our loving, creative, inspired nature. You know, our Ten of Pentacle world and our Ten of Cups world. But this person could be defensive. Again, I would say maybe more of worldliness. Is there another card back there? So they're kind of in relationships, maybe more for stability and security and building up abundance. And they'll work together with people for that. But I don't know, for some reason, they're not really as focused on Ten of Cups. And for some of them, maybe this had been the relationship, but then a third party kind of came into the relationship that kind of got them a little fired up, thinking, hey, maybe I can go have what I want, and more aligned with Ten of Pentacles, not necessarily Ten of Cups, and maybe they're a little bit more passionate about working together with people who are more focused on Ten of Pentacles, which is money, wealth, stability, status, image. Not so much moving forward in it being about happy, loving family. Okay. You know, this card over here, too, their occupation as a thief is that they emotionally manipulate dreams. They get in relationship with people who dream of what the future can be. This person juggles. And so when people want them to, you know, see things from the bigger picture and take bold, confident action, this person's more like, I'm more like a King of Wands. You know what? The wand, the fire energy, is about my wants, my dreams, my desires, my passions. And they maybe aren't someone who does see things from the bigger picture or want to they want to give birth to this, and they can take action towards that. I don't know, I guess. Okay, so then when you maybe wanted to move forward in this relationship, in the Journey card, you know, and tens talk about completion of a cycle. This person was in two minds about that, had inner conflict, mental conflict, about what is victory in my life. They maybe always thought victory in their life was Ten of Pentacles. And maybe if there was a third party, because the Queen of Wands can mean another man, other woman. If there was someone else that they also thought that they could have their dreams come into reality with, and if someone offered them a new financial beginning, they decided to become defensive of taking creative, inspired action forward. And, you know, that's what we need to do. That's what spurs us out of our comfort zone, you know, is being willing to take bold, creative action in our life, to move forward, to rise above our own inner conflict and our competitive nature and the worldly nature, to overcome and rise above that and have a higher goal for life. You know, that life is about love and commitment and hope and faith. And this person's like, oh, I don't know, I've kind of been more 3D based. So if someone made them an offer, it put them in two minds about things. And because they were in two minds, they maybe decided to offer their resources to kind of be immature, maybe to be defensive, because for some reason they're defensive of moving forward. We have 8 of Wands and 6 of Wands, so a 2 of Wands at play. And that is this 2 of Wands. It's like, oh, I don't know. Do I really want to invest in this dream? Maybe I can go get in a different relationship and still have my dreams come into reality. So they either could have sent a message or someone sent them a message, because we start out with occupation. Maybe there was another man, other woman in their past who dreamed of a future with this person, and right now they're juggling, maybe not really in a commitment or something. Maybe that person sent them a message saying that they wanted to be in a partnership with them, that they believe that that could lead to marriage. And so this person you were in a relationship with kind of was thinking, maybe I could have my dreams come true with someone who's surrounded by luxuries. And if I go take sexual action to reunite with them, I'll just turn my back on the happy family, can get in a relationship with this person, and all my dreams will come true according to the worldly perspective. I'll look like I'm a shining star. I'll look like I'm making boss moves. I got in a relationship and reunited with someone who's surrounded by luxury. I'll go take action towards them instead. So maybe the other man, other woman told them to walk away from the happy family, to be defensive to that foundation so that they could get in a foundation with them, and told them that they'd go on a journey. They can just be in denial of the truth. I'll offer you a financial new beginning, and we can just kind of stay where we're at. We don't have to take creative, inspired action or give birth to a new life. We'll just have everybody looking up to us like we've had an amazing victory in our life. The only thing is this person looks like they were a false person. And this person might have taken the one relationship to court and ended it. Let's go see what happens next. Oops. Oh, and then they're in despair that a lover has bad health and they feel imprisoned now. Well, we do kind of reap what we sow. I guess if you're kind of thinking you can get what you want by being deceptive and manipulative, let's go see what this bad health card is about. Let's use this deck. What is the bad health about? Hermit, and not showing a Page of Pentacle offer? Well, for one thing, this person who went and got into this other relationship hid maybe that someone offered them this new Ace of Pentacle financial beginning. That's the offer there. So they could be having bad health about the fact that they ended one relationship, and when they ended that relationship, they were hiding the fact that it was because someone else made them a new financial offer. What's the despair card about? They also could be in despair that the people that they did leave behind went within to gain insight and wisdom. Maybe they kind of thought they could just go have a rendezvous with that person, and they thought that the loving people in their life would be in two minds about everything, and that the loving people, after they went and had their dalliance with someone else, that the happy loving family would be in two minds about things, and that they'd make them an offer. And then they could kind of move forward again with that victory. But the people who they walked away from went within to gain insight and wisdom, and those people aren't making them a new offer. So the despair card is they went to go have victory with the other man, other woman, probably out of pride and ego. And they maybe realized that they backstabbed themselves. You know, they betrayed their own dreams and wishes for happy family in order to go have a tryst with someone else. Tell us what the imprisonment card is. They were deceptive and manipulative. They kind of reunited maybe with someone from their past, because the Six of Cups can talk about that too. So they could have been deceptive and manipulative to reunite with someone from their past, thinking they'd have victory and success, and that they could work together to have Ten of Pentacles foundation, and that their dreams would come into reality. And also what they walked away from is they had been working together with people kind of maybe in an emotional loving foundation where people were emotionally balanced and were working cooperatively and had a very stable foundation. And those people thought their dreams were going to come into reality. But this person decided to be deceptive and manipulative to go get in a relationship with the Queen of Wands. They could be in despair also that the person they went and got in a relationship with has bad health. That this person that they got in a relationship with goes within and hides. And because of that, they reject learning, growing. You know, they did get into a relationship with them, but they're not willing. Maybe once they got in a relationship with them, maybe they hid their offer, and now this person is kind of like stuck. Or maybe this person was hiding that they were immature. They presented themselves as a Queen of Wands, but they could have been hiding the fact that they're very immature. And now this person feels imprisoned. They feel deceived by someone in their past who presented themselves as very emotionally stable and balanced and victorious, who wanted to work together with them to have a foundation. Interesting. Tell us about this Page of Pentacles that is turned in reverse. They're overwhelmed, maybe about deciding to make this person their partner and give birth to the dream or the illusion. Because maybe the whole thing was an illusion. Maybe the other person communicated with them, tempted them away from a relationship. And we can't blame them because, you know, people get tempted every day. You know, this person, it appealed to them for them to go do this. And this person maybe did it more out of pride and ego. Let's see. Why did this relationship end? Maybe they got backstabbed when they got in the relationship. Maybe this person is immature that they got in a relationship with, and maybe they decided that they're more focused on money and materialism, and they had another option they could get in a relationship with, and they operate out of pride and ego too. Why did this end? Someone was trying to balance out their emotions, that they were being deceptive and manipulative. They haven't learned their lessons that they were meant to learn from the past cycle of life. So maybe the person they went and got in a relationship backstabbed and betrayed them because they weren't really willing to move forward. They have things from their past that they still have to balance out. And so the person they got in a relationship with was deceptive and manipulative. Or this person got in this relationship maybe they thought they could communicate with a lover, but in the distant horizon, maybe the person they were originally married to would kind of be in toxic energy and would decide to put an end to their feelings of despair about the fact that they were backstabbed by this whole situation, and that this person would want to be a love connection with them again. But it didn't work out that way. Maybe this person was hoping they could be deceptive and manipulative, but return to the people who were patient and emotionally balanced, that maybe the cycle wouldn't end on them, that they could go do what they wanted to do and then come back. But they might be getting a message that when they went off to go do their thing, the positive Gemini energies listened to their intuition. They took the lessons they were meant to learn from this past experience, and in their inner youthful, hopeful, believing nature of truth and justice and fairness, they are defensive to this person who was in two minds, who might now be offering them a new financial beginning. And the people they left behind are saying, no, I'm taking creative, inspired action. I have let go of that dream. I have risen above the conflict and the competitive energy that you stirred within me by going and walking away emotionally and going towards either being emotionally manipulative and defensive, or going to get in another relationship with someone else and were defensive to the foundation you had with me, because maybe you were a little more focused on money and materialism. And I've risen above all that, and I'm moving forward. And maybe this person over here who is a thief is getting a message that you positive Geminis are either working together within yourself, or you're starting a new relationship, which you expect will lead to marriage. Maybe even the third party they got in a relationship after they backstabbed them went and got in another relationship that's going to lead to marriage. They realize now that they were deceived, and it's ended, and they're in despair because their love life is in poor health, because in their Virgo nature, in shadowy Virgo nature, they were unwilling to learn and grow and expand. So because of that, they're now imprisoned. They had been deceptive and manipulative to reunite with someone from their past that they thought would be the path to victory, where they'd work together in a Ten of Pentacle foundation. So they had turned their back on a happy, loving family and their own happy, loving family nature within themselves. They were so focused on money and materialism, they thought for sure their dreams were going to come into reality from that. They could still be waiting because they turned their back on a happy family and got involved with this third party. They could still be in prison waiting for the person who walked away from them and deceived them, that this person will have fond memories and will decide to travel towards them and work together with them again. They might realize that they got in a relationship with that third party out of pride and ego, that they backstabbed people in their life who were in positive Sagittarius energy, who were emotionally balanced and adventurous and creative about life, who educate themselves about belief systems and philosophies. And they backstabbed themselves by being manipulative and deceptive. They might have done it in a way where they didn't think that cycle would close on them. That's kind of like narcissist, that, oh no, I'm going to walk away, but I'm just going to go do this and then maybe I can come back. Wow. Let's hope the third party's whole plan wasn't to cause this person despair, but I guess that would kind of be the universe working through people. It's kind of like, hey, you want to go do this and you know it's wrong, but you go do it anyway. It's like, oh, little do you know that, it's like trying to weed out the wheat and the chaff from the chaff. It's like, oh, yeah, we got that person out of your life. We kind of thought that they were kind of not quite investing, so we put a little temptation out there for them, and yeah, they fell for it. Okay. Well, I guess let's go see what are the positive Gemini energies going to do now. What are the positive Geminis doing now? Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, Four of Pentacles. You are working on a new foundation, listening to your intuition, and we go from Two Swords to Nine Swords, about Seven of Swords energy, about listening to your intuition about people who are deceptive and manipulative. And you're giving it a lot of thought, and maybe in the Four of Pentacles, that means that you are holding back from this person. And what do you have planned for these Geminis moving forward in their life after having dealt with this person? Seven of Wands, Two of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. You are going to protect the victory that you've had in your life, having risen above this competitive, mentally conflicting situation that you had been in, and you are going to defend the victory that you've had in your life. You are aligned and balanced within yourself. You want to be in relationships with other people who are aligned and balanced within themselves, and you might be in a new soulmate contract here with the courtship card. There's the message of courtship, and you have put an end in the Ten of Swords to the mental conflict and working together with people who want to win at all costs and don't care who they hurt. And the reason is because of the High Priestess. You are intuitive. You are listening to your intuition. You are listening to your higher self and divine guidance of how you should keep moving forward. And, the highest vision of your life and what life is meant to be. And it is not meant to be, sadly, in relationship with people who are deceptive, manipulative, who want to win at all costs and don't care who they hurt. That they're more focused on money and materialism or image and reputation, pride and ego than they were with a happy family. And I guess when I was kind of messing with the cards, this card kind of came off, and it's the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is, you've seen the truth about people who wanted to win at all costs, people who didn't care who they hurt, people who have mental conflict between worldliness and love. And you're moving forward in your life to calmer emotional thoughts, calmer emotional waters and emotions, and expanding your perception of yourself and the world and how you perceive it. So there you go, Gemini. I have this flip chart quote calendar, and so before each reading I've just been randomly flipping it, and the one that you got today was, be curious, not judgmental. Everybody is where they're at based on, what lessons they have learned and haven't learned. So, the best thing is, to not stay focused on the past, is to accept that everybody is where they're at. People act out of their own pain, their own fear, their own selfishness, their own greed. And the universe will work with them to keep teaching them lessons, to learn that, the best choice is to choose love. But some people haven't learned that lesson yet. And to let go of the bitterness and the anger, and just move forward in your life and be happy. It's a free will choice. So choose happiness. I wish you all peace, love, and joy, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.